of yours.
Yeah, he is a good friend
Mark
of mine. How
After
are
Dark.
you?
It's Glenn, and you wrote a book, Glenn.
This is my second book. It's
Good
called
for you.
How I Spent My Permanent Vacation. I don't know where I'm supposed
Well,
to put.
that's the blue light.
Follow up to this one over here, which is.
These are two different books.
No, they're the same book.
That's
How I Spent My Permanent Vacation. That's about as Glenn as you can get.
it's definitely about as Glenn as you can get.
Yeah.
This is the.
That's the original?
That's the first one I did, which was many years ago.
Having a hell of a time. Wish you were here. So what were you talking
A
about?
drunkard's guide to the bars of the Lower East Side.
Okay, so do you have any favorites?
Do I have any favorites? I have many favorites.
Are
Yeah?
they all open?
How do you get in the book?
You're in front of me while I'm drawing a picture. What I did is I would draw a picture. Back in the 90s, I drew pictures in bars.
On napkins or on
No,
paper?
on
a book?
sketchbooks.
Yeah. Did you go to art school?
I went to art school, yeah. Went to art school, and one of my teachers encouraged us to carry around a sketchbook and draw wherever you were at. And
Good idea.
basically, for me, that meant bars.
Nice.
So I would draw in bars, and I discovered that while I was doing that, quite often that's the way little girls would come up and say, "Hey, what you doing?" So I kept doing it, and I guess back in the 90s, I played poker with a guy named Bullethead who managed Mojo Nixon.
Wow.
One night I was out with those guys and doing my thing, drawing in bars. And Bullethead suggested, he said, someday we should make a guidebook of your drawings in bars.
What a great idea.
So that's how it came about. And he kind of, what he said was, when we have some extra money, we'll publish a guidebook of your bar drawings.
And who had the extra money?
These guys never had extra money in their lives.
But you made it book.
So eventually I did it on my own. Mojo wrote the back cover
Okay.
about me, and this one.
Crazy Glenn. How'd you get that nickname?
Well, that's the thing about the nickname is it was a poker nickname. We all had poker nicknames. And I did something to, I was doing a t-shirt for Mojo Nixon and showed the artwork to Bullethead, the manager, and he looked at me and said, "Oh, great, are you going to sign it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll sign it." And, it was a rough, so I hadn't signed it yet. And he said, "Well, you better sign it Crazy Glenn, because they're not going to know who you are if you just sign it Glenn. Who remembers Glenn Warren?"
Yeah, the holiday. That
so-
looks just like the holiday. It really does.
Yeah, well, I was there, right? That's the point.
Wow, Doc Holidays. Wow.
So,
These are a lot of old ones.
That's the old book, and most of that is
Nightbirds.
closed.
Yeah.
Most of this one, the new one, which I'm selling on Lulu.com,
Good for you.
it's a
CBGB.
Yeah.
Movie didn't do
CBGB's
justice.
CBGB's is in this one too, a couple pictures.
Okay.
It's available on Lulu.com,
10th Street
which
Lounge.
is
Ian Lynch.
what do you call pay on-demand printing. So
Damn.
I carry around a few of them lately just to hand out and sell at the bars.
Good for you. So how long does it take you to put the whole thing together? And there's Spiral. I was just talking about Spiral.
A book?
Yeah.
This one took me 20 years. That one took me about 3 months.
Really?
Why did it take you 20 years to put out that?
Because I've been broke for 20 years.
How much does it cost to put out a book like this?
Well, now it doesn't cost that much.
Because you can sell it.
Because it's now print on demand.
But that's expensive then. How much does a book cost?
Online,
$5.95. That's not bad.
that's
Oh, that was the
That was
old.
old.
That was the old one. 1994, of course.
Now let's see what inflation is. This one's a lot fatter.
Yeah.
It's a lot more bars.
It's a lot more. How I Spent My Permanent Vacation.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
it's been that kind of.
Have you ever been on the wagon?
On the wagon?
Yeah. Did you ever not drink for like 5 minutes?
I don't think I've ever remembered him
I don't
not
either.
drinking.
Well,
You never did.
Yeah.
It's fine. You did.
no,
you
I
did.
did.
So
I
there were
actually-
periods of time where you took a break?
Well, I quit drinking when my brother died because I didn't. I don't look at drinking as something. I didn't want to use that as some kind of crutch to get through that.
Right.
So I didn't drink for about a month and a half
Okay.
after
Wow.
that. That was the last time that I consciously decided
And-
not to drink. I'm not.
Yeah, and that's interesting because when my brother died, I started drinking again.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't drink
I
when he
didn't-
was
I
sick,
didn't-
but it wasn't because of that. It just was like one of those times. And then he died, and he was the first person I ever got drunk with. So I figured he wanted me to drink at his thing.
Mm.
And
I just didn't want to think of it as
A crutch.
Yeah.
something that you jump to when
When something bad happens.
And thankfully I've got.
exactly.
Um,
But then I got pregnant right after, and I had to stop. So.
Really?
Yeah. I remember I like started drinking again, and I worked at the Ritz, and I worked at the Ritz for so long, and I didn't drink, and they all thought I was like this like boring person always. I never drank, and then my brother passed away, and I was like at a Christmas party there, and I was drinking, and I was like, shit, I work in a fucking club, and I could be getting free drinks always. I'm gonna start drinking again, and then I'm like, unless I get pregnant, and then like in 1 month I was pregnant, and I was like, thanks a lot. No, I was happy though. I mean, 1990, yeah, exactly.
well, you know that's.
I could have been in one of these pictures.
You could have.
I know. Oh, this is so great.
What a great book.
I wish I could be showing everybody, but I'm
Well,
doing it to myself. I'm looking.
Yeah, you gotta buy the book
Coney
right now.
Island High. Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta buy
wow,
this
I've
book.
got tons
It's
of-
so good. So where do they buy it? Do you have
They buy it on Lulu.com right now.
Lulu.com.
Which, and you know they print it out and send you.
And
copies.
Mickey Lee, who wrote "I Slept with Joey Ramone," wrote the back on this one. That's so nice. I love
Yeah,
Mickey Lee.
Mickey's great.
Mickey is great. Wow.
What a,
Do you know how many pictures are in here?
Do I know how many?
Yeah. You don't know?
Not offhand.
Luna Lounge.
There's probably like 140 bars in there.
Okay.
Probably.
Do you have a favorite? Like, who made the best beer? Just kidding.
My favorite bar is any bar where I'm drinking for free.
Okay,
Oh,
so do you
that
have?
makes perfect sense.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a good one. Lucky
Yeah.
13. That's
So-
pretty new. Don Pedro's. That's still there.
Yeah, there's
Best
a
food.
few.
I'm
Local. A lot of these are closed.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Well,
But there are some that are
I'm
open.
drawing these for
Our bar.
20 years, and you know,
better keep the stripper
I like the pictures, so I wanted to put them in.
Does every bar that's in here know they're in here? Have you told
No,
them?
no,
Because
hardly
they
any.
would get a kick out of this.
Some of them would. Some.
You don't think so?
Well,
Oh, I remember downtown Beirut. I played there.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you remember that?
I don't remember you playing there.
No, not that. Yeah, but downtown Beirut.
Which downtown Beirut? The one.
Both of them.
Yeah, there were two.
There were two.
of them.
Yeah,
there were two of
I
them.
know.
There's one in this book, and there's one in this book.
Both of them.
Yeah, I went to both of them.
One was like on Houston, right? And then one was like on an avenue, like First
Yeah, it was
Avenue.
First Avenue.
First Avenue. Yeah, that was the best one. I loved
Is that
that
on
bar.
10th? First and 10th? or
Something like
First
that.
and
Yeah, I
10th,
think
and
so.
right next door was the Village Idiots.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the country bar. And that's where you see, I found like there was a country punk, and country and punk sort of just merged.
Yeah.
And like you go back and forth to these two bars, really cheap beer, and just so you'd find people that were at one point playing the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, in the one bar, and then they'll go over and be playing George Jones songs with
Yep.
Johnny Cash. And,
I went to that one a lot.
And
Here's the Village Idiot. This is
That's
just
not-
really, it's a great remembrance of New York City from the day.
well, yeah, I mean it's
Where'd you grow up, Len?
Born in Queens, grew up on Long Island,
Mhm.
moved to Manhattan, and now I'm in Brooklyn. So
Okay.
I think of myself.
New York.
So you've changed your area code various times, but you're still the same.
Yeah.
This
I'm-
New York
I'm a New
internet.
Yorker, just, you know, real New
Exactly.
Yorker.
So what are you doing now that the New York Waste is taking a
Well,
hiatus?
yeah, New York Waste is taking a hiatus. We're realizing that Facebook is kind of push newspapers out, especially when you're dealing with bands. You know, a band can to advertise. You know, they'll know about a gig. You know, a couple days before they actually have it.
Right.
We can't compete with it. We can't. You know, if you get an advertising for something like that. You know, it takes us that long to just go to press.
Yeah.
And then
And the New York Waste was a local paper that was
The New York
so
Waste
cool.
was great.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the New York Waste, I wouldn't be the most hated man in music sitting right here.
You probably still would.
Oh, no, I probably still would. I still had my kick, but the New York Waste, the one thing about the New York Waste that I really loved is you printed every single detail of what I said. Whether you liked it or agreed with it or not, it was just always, and I was like, wow. Yeah, and I said a lot of stuff that...
Yeah, well, our attitude was always to print things that wasn't getting printed other places. You know...
Well, you supported local
We
talent.
Of course
supported the
they
local
did.
bands, and it was just sort of things that nobody was, you know...
And Lucky
Focus.
Lawler was a big part.
Yeah, she was great. She's still great.
Yeah.
Well, we're not done. We don't.
No, I don't think you will be.
No. We're certainly going to be
You're
on
revamping.
We're revamping. We're going to go on the web. We're gearing ourselves to a lot of the art scene. Is something we're looking into. And,
Cool. So your book will be available on that site.
Well, there'll be a link to Lulu.
Of
And
course.
I gotta build some more web presence for this book.
Absolutely.
The
They're
way-
really good. Do you
They
have
are
role models?
good.
Do you have role models of authors that have done books like cartoonish?
No, I don't know I don't know of another book about
Bars? No, I don't
this.
either. This is brilliant.
It's unique. It's not a graphic novel. It's not a comic. It's not a.
No.
It's not it calls itself a guidebook, but when you read about it, it's not really a guidebook at all. It's all about me just making an ass of myself in bars.
We want to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
And you're an artist too, by
Definitely.
Well,
One of the best.
That's the thing. I don't think I can. When you read this, you'll realize that I'm not a writer at all.
Aw, you're
It's,
being honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly. You know, it's how. I mean, you know, it's a little just.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want to read it.
That's fine.
I'm gonna actually read with maybe a Frank Wood or a Kip Elbon show.
Nice.
At some point, we've been talking about that, and I'll do some of that.
Well, Kip and Frank are the best. I'm playing here Sunday night. You can read during my set.
Well, we'll
Maybe.
see. What I really want, I'm going to need a backdrop of, to show my pictures and things. I gotta say, I like you guys do it here.
Good. That's
need to
good.
figure out how to present it in.
Well, Frank, they both love you so much.
They do love you.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh
definitely
yeah,
do something.
so we've been talking about it.
Good.
We're going to get that
Right.
happening. As far as the waste is concerned, we're still
Figuring it.
Yeah, we're thinking, like I said, we're thinking of maybe having an art show. I'm not sure of all the artists that have been away so over the years. But
That's
kind
cool,
of, great
yeah.
graphics. It's a lot of great cartoonists, and we figured that might be something that we want to go to.
That's awesome. So today is National Strawberry Ice Cream Day, and we have sweet and sour strawberry for a skeleton from not your shirt, from your closet.
This I got here.
A skeleton from my closet.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a nitty-gritty story that you'd like to share with us. I know you got a ton. Something that you do remember.
Do you remember what I want to talk about?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's something bad?
Yeah.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Come on.
I'm trying to.
The worst thing you can possibly think of.
Wow, we could use a good skeleton today.
He's got tons of them.
I know.
I know it.
Exactly.
Come on, Glenn.
You want to give him a lead? Do you know any of his skeletons?
Only he knows.
Did you ever get like in trouble for something?
Oh, okay.
Talking about him, of course.
It's in the book. There's a couple of years ago.
There you go.
Me and a certain person that shall be named, remain nameless. We were at a show in a certain club, a bunch of shows. Anyway, she comes up to me and says, "I know you got weed on you." And so happens that I did. I had a special place that I hide my weed. I hide roaches basically. Anyway, we go outside. It's very cold, and we walk into, stupidly, I'm completely trashed at this point. It's like, if the show's over, and I think I left a sweater at the place, was expecting to come back. But we go into this lobby of this like we checked doors, and the door was open. Go in, light up this half a roach. It's not even really it's not even a joint, because like basically I get most of my weed because we're standing around and oh, yeah, I was stuck with the roach. I'll put it in my pocket and I'll have it for later.
Sure.
Anyway, we're smoking this thing, and sure enough, a bunch of guys come in, flashing their shields, and they bring us down. They were some of the nastiest cops I had encountered. Nothing doesn't count as pleasant cops. These guys were nasty. And they went through my pockets. My pockets don't have anything incriminating. They don't have anything. They're just loaded with pens, with buttons, with all kinds of crazy shit that I have on me. And I got candy. I got like in a bag. I've got good and plain. The guys, think for a moment they think, wow, look, we just hit it. He's a big time drug dealer. And for some reason, it was in a bag, and it looked like, good and plain, it looked like pills. But, eventually the guy said, no, it's good and plain. And the one guy, while he's doing this, the guy says to me, you gotta be the creepiest guy we've ever arrested. Now this is in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. I am the creepiest guy they've ever arrested. This is, the homeless, the punks, the bikers, all that, and I'm the creepiest guy. That's like a badge of honor because this is Lower East Side. It isn't like Massapequa where I've grown up, or Long Island, something like that. It's not even a Lower East Side of Manhattan. Right. This guy, but I kind of realized that these guys were just aching for me to take a swing at them. And I think that was because, you know what?
Then they would have something.
They have something. They would have something. A marijuana charge in Manhattan doesn't mean shit.
And now it means less!
It's just, pissing on the sidewalk is $75.
Yeah, I know.
Don't ask me how I know that one.
I know.
Actually, I've gotten a ticket for that. I'll admit to that.
Open beers are $25.
Yeah.
But smoking a joint in public is dismissed.
See what you learn on our show?
Definitely.
Good for you. I like that.
That's the way.
Well, so what's your website?
I don't have a website.
But you can get this at
Lulu.com. LULU.com. And you got to type in either how I spent my permanent vacation or WeRNig or Crazy WeRNig or something like that to search for it.
Excellent. And we want to hear more when you perform.
You're creepy as well.
Thank you, Glenn, so much. You want to push a button for the creepy man?
That's it.
Everyone presses that button. It's so funny. Ottos loves that button. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will be back with the finale of today.